What's going on? Today I'm going to break down how to invest in real estate step by step. I'm going to give you the step by step version of how to invest in real estate, the beginner's guide into doing that. If you've never invested in real estate or you're looking to invest in real estate in the future, I'm going to show you how it's done when you have never done it before. All right, so let's get started. Step number one is to build your credit. Most people take this for granted and are always looking for ways to do real estate or invest in real estate with no credit and no income. Now, it is possible to do it that way, but it is very challenging and it takes a lot of steps and a lot of patience to do it that way. The best way is to build your credit. Many people don't talk about that. Many people don't enforce that because we're talking here about ownership, owning an asset. In order for you to purchase an asset with very little of your money or using a bank's money, you're going to have credit. And therefore, you're going to have to build up your credit in order to do that. So, no, step number one is to build your credit, okay? If you're looking and you don't have questions about how to build your credit or what you need to do to build your credit, reach out to me. I'm going to put a link in the video for you to reach out to someone or to me so that way I can connect you with someone who does build credit, okay? Step number two is to save your money, okay? Save your money. This is very, very underestimated or underwhelming in a way. It's not talked about that much. Everyone says, use how can I invest money with how can I invest into real estate with no income, no money out of pocket, and no credit. So many times these gurus don't talk about this step, but it's very important. Again, we're talking about ownership here. So you need money in order to make money. All right. So step number two is to save your money. Save your money. The reality is that you can't really invest into real estate without putting some money, having some skin in the game, okay? You have to have either the credit, the money, or you have to have the deal. So there encompasses three essential parts in order to get involved into real estate. If you don't have any of those, you can't expect to be involved into real estate. So if you want to have ownership without having to give away large amounts of equity or have to put large amounts of money into the deal, then save your money, build your credit, and that way you'll be able to finance or get a property financed with low interest or a very manageable interest rate, okay? At the end of the day, it's not that hard. Save money, live frugally, build up your credit. That's step number two. Step number three is to show your income. In other words, you need to actually make money so that it reflects on your tax return. Because when a bank is giving you a loan or allowing you to borrow money to purchase a property, they want to know that you can afford the mortgage. How do they determine that? Well, they determine that by looking at your tax returns to know that you are making a certain income every month consistently. All right? So you have to make money. You have to either have a good paying job or be able to sustain yourself with a consistent source of income. You can't just, hit the lottery or just do really great at an Airbnb or some type of other side hustle. It needs to be consistent. So that's why you need to show your income on your tax returns, okay? Step number four is get pre-qualified. What does that mean? That means you need to talk to a loan officer or some type of loan professional and have them evaluate you and vet you, which means you have to fill out an application. When you fill out this application, it's going to ask you all of these questions. Okay, how much money do you have, right? What is your credit? And how much do you make annually? with that, that's why those steps are very important. With those 3 steps before, if you meet all of them, you'll be able to qualify for a loan, which will in turn allow you to purchase a property or allow you to at least start looking at homes and potentially make offers on properties. Okay, so when banks look at you, they look at those 3 things: credit, income, and how much money you have saved up. All right, so get pre-qualified is step number 4. Step number 5 is to look at everything in the market that you want to buy. In other words, you need to do your research. Okay, you need to find out what areas you feel are undervalued and where you feel people will be moving to. All right, drive around on weekends through every street and neighborhood to determine that. I probably would say really talk to a realtor or get yourself engaged with some type of real estate professional, maybe, I would say a realtor, possibly a wholesaler, or someone that does or comes across deals on a regular basis who can help you evaluate a home or a deal and tell you and help you and walk you through, is it a good deal or bad deal? Is it a good investment or bad investment? So step number 5 is to start looking at deals, start looking and start doing your due diligence and research as to where you would invest, where you would be able to make a good return on that money once you invest that money and are pre-qualified. Again, best thing to do is to talk to a real estate professional like a realtor who will help you determine that. And also by you doing your own research and becoming educated, that will also help as well. All right, step number 6 is to make offers on places you feel are a good deal. So once you know your price, once you know what the property is worth, and once you know more or less that the deal is something that you know you'll get a good return on, you need to make offers. This may be 5, 10, 15, 20 offers. When I first started, I was making 20 to 30 offers daily. In a week, easily between 50 and 80 offers I was making. And out of those 50 or 80 offers, I was getting possibly maybe 2 to 5 people responding back to me. The reason why was because I was making low ball offers or lower offers than what the market or what the asking price was for. Why? Because once I ran my numbers, I saw that in order for me to get a good return on the property, I had to have it at a certain price. Okay, that came with due diligence, that came with time, and that came with doing my research. So once you do make offers, the key to making offers is to be patient. You want to be patient because many times you'll make offers on deals, they won't return your calls, they won't return your emails, and you feel many times like you're running into a wall. But be patient. After a while, you'll start seeing sellers responding. Now, it does also depend on the market. If the market is hot, then you'll probably see a lot less engagement because there is a lot of competition and not as much supply. The market that we're in now, 2021, this is a relatively hot market, a seller's market. So at this point, if you want to be competitive, you're probably going to have to make above asking offers in order to even compete or be looked at as a viable offer. Again, it just comes down to the numbers, and it comes down to your strategy, your exit strategy. Are you going to Airbnb it? Are you going to long-term rent it out? Are you looking to fix and flip it? Is it a turnkey property, tenants already in it? Is it a duplex? Is it a triplex? Is it a single family house? All of these factors come into play in step number 5. And in step number 5, once you do your due diligence, you'll know if what you're looking for makes sense, okay? So that's step number 6, which is to make offers on properties. Step number 7 is to do your inspections, okay? You need to do your inspections because you need to find out what the property has issues with, okay? Usually, I tell my clients to do all of the inspections that they can, and usually it'll be a break, it'll be a good way to renegotiate prices, okay? So do your inspections. Do the inspections that comes in once you are making offers on properties and once you get an offer accepted. All right, step number 8 is to close on the property, all right? In the interim here, you'll be speaking with your lender, getting all the information that they request from you, doing an appraisal on the property, making sure it's worth what you're paying, okay? So at this point, when you're at the point of closing, that is when you do the appraisal. The appraisal will determine if the value of the property is enough for the bank to fund it, in other words. So what does that mean? That means that when the bank decides to loan you that money, they're going to give you not 100% of the value. They're going to give you more or less about 90% of the value if you're using a conventional bank. If you're using a hard money lender, they're going to give you possibly maybe 70-75% of the loan. If you're an investor and you're using a long-term, if you're using the property as an investment, you're probably going to get 80%, maybe 75% of the value. So throughout this process, you need to understand and be able to determine more or less, is the property worth the amount that you're paying for? And that's when you determine that, when you get the appraisal, all right? Step number 9 is to do minor renovations. Now this step comes after you purchase the property usually, but you do need to determine what the renovations will be, and that comes in the inspection period in step number 7. So once you determine what you need to renovate in order to bring it up to value, that is going to determine also what the value of the property will be after you have it. How do you determine that? Well, you need to have contractors come in and they will tell you more or less what is the cost of getting this repaired. All right. Last but not least is step number 10, rent it out, okay? Here's where you finally have the property fixed up and it's ready to go. You've purchased the property already. Now it's time to make money on the property. So you determine what the rental amount will be for the market. Once you determine that, you either list it with a realtor or you can post it on any other website, Craigslist or whatnot, and get a renter to come in, pay your mortgage for you, and the difference that you'll get is what you pocket. While they pay the mortgage for you, the property increases in value, you have tax benefits, and it's also appreciating. So, and you're paying down the loan at the same time. So those are 4 things, or 3 things. I think I may repeat the same thing. 3 benefits from getting a tenant in there. You could Airbnb it, you could hold on to it and sell it later. There's many ways that you can benefit from that. So hopefully that did help. I have some suggested readings that I can send out to you regarding what exactly I'm talking about, so you can get more in depth as to what I was telling you. If you have any questions or any inquiries, or you just want to do any one-on-one real estate investing or real estate agent consulting, reach out to me. You can reach me either through my Instagram or social media, or you can reach me through my email. I'll put that in the description below. If this video brought you any value, go ahead and hit that like button and follow me to get more videos like this, all right? That being said, peace.